welcome back to Banksy's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to do Chinese roast red pork. So, special request from my brother. So we'll just show you how easy it is. Now, when I do all these videos, just remember one thing. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. So, if you have a Chinese restaurant or you know the real recipe, that's not how you do it. This is so that everyone at home can have a go at this stuff and do it comfortably. All right, so we need some pork neck, garlic, red food colour, pillar box red food colour, Chinese five spice, soy, red wine. Okay, we'll get this all together and I'll show you how we do it. Okay, so we need to prepare the pork and because it's pork neck, it normally comes in a piece like that. I just asked them to cut it in half for me, so you buy as much as you like. There's a little bit of fat in it and that's good because it has the flavour and doesn't dry out. Now, the idea is, once it's cooked, we're going to slice it across the grain. So you can't cut slabs off, marinate it, and then cut it that way because it'll be with the grain. So turn it around a long ways and just cut pieces off with a sharp knife. So that, like that. And you need a big bowl to marinate this in, so check your bowl before you start if that'll all fit in. And it's got a cover, so that's probably okay. All right, take that out. Garlic. We need to put a couple of cloves of garlic in. We need soy. So with soy, this bottle's 200 ml or something, so I'm probably going to use a third of it. So yeah, 70 to 100 ml of soy. In cups is 200 ml to a 250 ml to a cup, so yeah, almost half a bottle. I'll put in there. Red wine, about the same. Doesn't have to be a good quality red wine because it's marinade. If you're making a sauce for a nice meal, yeah, different story. Chinese five spice. Quarter of a teaspoon. Bang, in. And sugar, I neglected to say that before, so we don't use sugar very often because it's all hard in the bowl. Probably a couple of tablespoons. So, but what we're going to taste it. So now we mix it all up. You can use any sugar. I just happen to have raw sugar, that's all I use. You can use caster sugar, white sugar, raw sugar, probably not palm sugar because it's like concrete. It won't dissolve, and probably not coffee crystals. So now we have a taste of this. It's probably a little bit salty, so it needs a little bit more sugar. Once you got that nice taste, so I'll put in heap teaspoons, I'll put in about half a dozen. So and I reckon that'll be close now. Finger immense. Now obviously you can taste it before you put your pork in. That tastes good. Okay, before we put the pork in, the red food colour, and plenty of it. So I've used half that bottle. Now what I'll do is I need to put a glove on and I'll get back to you once that's done. Alright, food gloves back on. So the marinade's done. I don't know if you can see that or not. The reason I put the glove on is so that I don't get stained hands because this red colour is not going to come out of your skin. Now all you do is drop this pork in. That probably needs a little bit more colour because it's not really dark red. We're looking for a darker red colour. That's what I prefer. So I'm going to go 2/3 of that bottle. That's better. All right, now we just try not to get it on your hands. This might just fit. The trick is it must cover the pork, okay? Don't put oil in this marinade because if you put oil, it'll stop the colouring from going into the pork as deeply. Alright, that's done. Cover it with plastic, gently put it in the fridge so it doesn't tip over. Maybe put it on top of another plate so if it does spill, it goes on the plate, not in the fridge. Tomorrow, we'll roast it. Okay, welcome back to Banksy's Kitchen. So we're doing the Chinese roast red pork. It's been marinating overnight, so it's been a day in the marinade. So be careful not to get on your fingers because it will still stain the fingers. And all you do is take it out, and you need an oven tray and a cake rack, and just place it on those. So on there. Try not to have them touching. On there. Done. They go into the oven and we'll cook those for about 20 minutes. So we'll have a check in about 15 to 20 and see how they're going. All right, we'll get back to you then. Oh, by the way, turn your oven on before you start this. Your oven needs to be about 230 degrees Celsius, a really hot oven, and make sure it's hot before you put this in, otherwise you're not going to get that nice golden colour, or not golden, but it's red, but it's going to, the marinade will just drain out, it won't seal, and it'll look pink and anemic. All right, so we go. All right, that was 20 minutes. I suggest maybe we only put the oven on 200 because it was a bit hotter than I thought. It's still come up all right. It's not burnt. It looks dark. That's just the red colour. So what we do now is we just cut. That's been out of the oven for a few minutes. That's why I could lift it. Then we just cut it. So remember, the grain's running that way. So we need to cut across the grain. So just on a slight angle. That. It's still juicy. It's not raw, but it's juicy, and that's how you want it. You don't want it overcooked because it'll be dry. Oh, that looks fantastic. Piece there. We're going to have some for lunch tomorrow. You can slice this up and reheat it in the microwave if you want to. Have it cold on a sandwich. Right. Remember, you're going to get colouring on your hands. It's not so bad when it's cooked, but it's pretty ordinary when it's raw. Alright, so I've done a bit of stir-fried bok choy and some rice. So I'm just going to put the rice there, a little bit of bok choy on the side, put your pork on, right, spread it around, and perfect. A little bit of coriander for garnish or whatever you want, but that's a really good meal. So have a go at it and enjoy.